Hey y'all, and welcome to my channel, Kitchen Notes from Nancy. If you're new here, I'd like to welcome you to our neighborhood, and I hope you decide to subscribe before you leave today. And if you're a returning visitor, I'd like to greet you with the customary, hey neighbor. In tonight's video, I'm going to be showing you a super quick and easy but flavor-packed recipe for jerk salmon. So, without further ado, let's hop right into this awesome recipe. Alright y'all, so I'm going to show you a super quick recipe for jerk, well super easy recipe for jerk salmon. The longest part of this is actually the marinating process. So you want this to marinate for about at least 3 hours. So this is something you may want to prep the night before. That way all of your seasonings will be down off in your salmon. So our ingredients, I have two pieces of salmon, and these have the skin on the back of them. And I'm gonna tell you something super weird. So these came from Publix, and I'm gonna rinse my hand off. These came from Publix, and they had scales on the back of them, so I just rubbed the scales off and washed it real good. So be very careful. So I'm doing 2 pieces, and this was the salmon from the fish department or seafood department at my local Publix. Now I'm going to be using some paprika, onion powder, ground black pepper. I'm going to add a little bit of Old Bay seasoning to mine. You can omit that if you want. I have my green seasoning that was made up a couple days ago. I did it with the jerk chicken recipe. So in here there's garlic, parsley, celery, peppers, a jalapeno. There's a whole bunch of stuff. So I'll just link some green seasoning videos to the bottom, or the next time I make some, I will show you a video. And then I'm using the Walkerswood seasoning, and I have the mild one. I'm not in the mood for a whole lot of spice, so I'm going to use the mild one. So first, we're gonna go ahead and start seasoning up our meat. And I'm gonna put these spices on the meat so I can make sure that they get down, and then we'll top it with the liquid ones. So I'm gonna go in with some paprika, and this isn't smoked paprika, it's really just helping give it a little bit of color. Cause it really doesn't have a taste for real. I'm gonna go in with some onion powder, and there is onion already in my green seasoning. I'm gonna go in with just a little bit of black pepper, not much, because the rest of that seasoning, the rest of the heat is going to come from the jerk. Now you'll notice that I'm not using salt. My Old Bay is gonna kind of serve as my salt, and then this seasoning has salt in it, the Walkerswood. So now I'm gonna give this a good shake. Make sure it's all mixed up. Alright, and we're gonna go in, spoon, and I'm just going to and I'm gonna massage this in to my salmon once I'm done. Alright. Rinse that spoon off. Now I'm gonna go in with my Walkerswood seasoning, and I'm gonna use a whole teaspoon, but I'm gonna do a half over here and about a half over here. All right. So this is all of our seasonings. All right, and I'm gonna grab a glove real quick so I can massage this in real good. Now the cooking process on this is going to be a 2-step process. I'm going to sear it down with a little olive oil. I'm gonna sear it down with some olive oil on top of the stove in a cast iron skillet, and then I'm going to finish it off. A bowl might have been better for this, but hey, it's okay. I'm gonna make sure I get a good sear on it while it's on top of the stove, and then it's going to finish cooking while it's in the oven. So like I said, you're going to want to let this marinate for a few hours at least, but overnight would be best. But I'm gonna go ahead and cook it up for the sake. All right, so you want to let it marinate. I'm gonna wrap it up, and then I will be letting it marinate for about 3 hours in the refrigerator. All right, so we are looking like we're pretty warm here, so I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna place my salmon in here skin side down first. And the seasonings that are left on your plate, don't throw those away, because we're going to put those on top of this when we get ready to slide it into the oven. And it's going to smell good already because of all the seasonings we have. That green seasoning as well as that Walkerswood has a whole bunch of flavor packed into it. So this dish smells amazing already. And that little part that you see separated there, I had thought about taking that skin off, and then I just said, nah, never mind, it'll be okay. Once I got all of those scales off of there, it was fine. So that's why it's separated right there, because I started to separate the skin and then I changed my mind. Alright, so now I am going to flip it over so I can get some color on this top side. And that's the piece I was telling you about that I had thought about separating, and so that it pulled back a little bit. So don't worry about that. And we're gonna get some color on that top side, and then we'll flip it over and we'll finish it off in the oven. Now, something else that would be really, really good, you could top it with a piece of lemon and cook that down off in there. I may put a little lemon juice on top of it. I may not, because I don't have any fresh lemon. But that would be a really, really good idea to top this salmon off. Y'all, this is a super quick dish. You can serve it with rice. You can do this jerk salmon, do your little rice, little yellow rice. And then do you some broccoli, some green beans, sweet peas, something like that. We're actually going to be having it with the chicken and sausage pasta. That's going to be another video, but we're actually going to be having this salmon with the chicken and sausage pasta. So if you want to see how I put this together, be sure to check this video out. The chicken and sausage video out. That's just the oven beeping I told you to preheat. And that video will actually go up tomorrow. So let's see if we got a little bit. I'm gonna let it go just a little bit further. This is gonna be so flavorful. Y'all, I got a lot of good videos coming up for you, so we're gonna be getting one out every day. We've been doing pretty good, so definitely gonna try to keep up with that pace. So just make sure y'all tune in every day at 2 o'clock. That's the time that they go live. Okay, so we're gonna flip this back this way. Because it's not gonna take this salmon long. It's close to being done now. Because it's only gonna do, so now I'm taking the seasonings that were left on that plate after marinating, and I'm just adding them. And now we're gonna just pop this in the oven and we'll see it when it comes out. Okay, y'all, so that's going to stay in the oven for about 10 minutes at 350, and it should be good on the inside, especially with that searing that we did. So I'll see you when it's time to take it out of the oven. All right, guys, so it has been about 15 minutes, and your salmon is ready. And like I said, you can serve this over a bed of rice. You can serve it over pasta. Tonight we're gonna have it over pasta. I'm gonna zoom in a little bit so you can really get a good look at it. But this this salmon is absolutely delicious. It's super quick. It's one of my quick dishes to make. I am just going to take a little piece so you can see what it looks like on the inside. It's not overcooked. It's still nice. And I'm gonna taste a little bit here. It's kind of hot. Give you a good look at it. There we go. All right, there's a nice little piece, and I'm gonna let it cool off. I promise you, if you start to make this, it's going to be one of your favorite dishes. And if you use the mild Walkerswood, it's not as hot. Now I'm gonna tell you, that hot and spicy, it is hot and spicy. So if you like that extra kick, definitely use that Walkerswood. But if not, then this is your baby. But that is all for today's video, and I will see y'all next time. Bye, neighbors.